Hey y'all, I am back with layout 3 from my Scraplift Spotlight series, and we are scraplifting Miss K. Her name is spelled K-I-R-E-I. 65 is her Instagram handle, so check her out. She makes awesome layouts. So the layout that I'm going to scraplift this week is this one right here. And as you can see, it's not a complicated layout. What attracted me to this layout was these torn papers right here. There's 3 different pattern papers, and in between the layers she has what looks like some type of tool or something like that right there. I don't have any of that, but I think I can do something maybe with some ribbon to give it some texture. And I really like this little piece down here at the bottom where it was torn, and then it's a little flower peeking out like it's growing up out of that torn section. So this is the layout that I am going to be copying this week, and we will see what I can come up with. But first I'm going to show you my photo and paper that I'm going to use. Okay, so the photo that I'm going to be working with this week is of my granddaughter right here. She is 4 in this photograph, and this was at a baby shower, and the chair that she's sitting in and her little dress just matched perfectly. And I took several photos of her, and I really like this one the best, so I'm going to use that. And then the collection I'm going to use is an older one by Echo Park from 2011, and it's called Victoria Gardens. It's by Cassandra Cooper. Now, it does look a little frou-frou, I guess would be the word. I would say fancy, some of the papers in the collection, but the color scheme was perfect for this photograph. And I think I can make it work to where, you know, it's not so fancy looking, that the papers that I'll choose will be more in line with this photograph versus, you know, something fancy schmancy. So that is the paper that I'm going to use and the photo I'm going to use. Okay, so this is the paper that I have chosen for my background. I thought it would go perfect. It's got these words in bigger writing font and colors, and then you just kind of got a black and white print here, you know, a bunch of words written in the background. So for my layering, I'm going to show you what I did. I picked some ribbon. I had this like velour ribbon. It was really pretty, so I had a little bit of that tulle look to it. And then here's an oldie but goodie, some basic gray. Oh baby, I have no idea how old this is. It was 2005, first time that I have opened it up and used it. $9.99. So that's why I'm not a big purger, because if I said, oh, I haven't used this ribbon, I'm going to get rid of it, then I wouldn't have got to use it now. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's still current, it's still relevant, and it's still beautiful. So if you love your product, don't get rid of it just because it's old. Get rid of it because you don't like it anymore, or your style's changed. So what I did is I did some paper tearing, and then I took some Sukwang tape and just kind of lined along the edge. And you see right here, I cut too short, so I had to add a little piece to it. That'll be all right. Normally, when you start, you want to leave, you know, some edging over here so you can trim it off the side versus doing it the way I did it. But anyway, so I just ran some tape right here, and then just started lining my ribbon up because glue wasn't going to work for this because it has that velour to it, so it'll just soak right in. Okay, so because I did not have enough of this pink ribbon to do all 3 layers, I had to go with another color. So that's where I broke into that basic gray ribbon, Oh Baby, and made my next layer with that green ribbon, except because it was thin, I just did it on top and glued it down with some glossy accents because the back of this ribbon was not velour. So it'll be layered, you know, something like this. And then for my last layer, I went back to the pink, and I haven't cut it down yet, but it will be layered something like this. So that is what my layers will look like. And I don't know, let's just take a look at it. I really love this sticker right here. This is "You Are My Favorite Thing About Today." And I don't know if it'll look good on the top, if it'll be too busy, or on the bottom, but I'd really like to use it if I can, so we will figure that out, and we'll see what I came up with when I come back. Okay, before I show you my completed layout, I just wanted to take a look at Miss Kay's layout that I scrap lifted, and I wanted to tell you my concern with this layout was that it was going to look too sophisticated with the papers that I picked. And I had kept looking at other papers or other collections that would go with it, and I just stuck with the one I had originally picked. And I'm so glad I did, because it turned out to be such a surprise for me, because I just love how it turned out. You know, sometimes you have an expectation in your mind of how layout's going to be, and then you're just kind of like, that's not what I had pictured. But this one actually turned out better than I had anticipated. So here it is, and I think it just turned out so stinking cute. So there it is, and you can see I did not add a whole lot of extra embellishments. I did use that sticker here at the top that says "You Are My Favorite Thing About Today," and I'm just going to let that be my title. And you can see I did my layers here. And then I did some tearing down here and popped a piece of that green down here underneath. And this is a rose sticker that was on the sheet. And this was a rose sticker on the sheet. And this was on the cut apart. This was a sticker. And then this was a sticker. And the other items that came out of my color drawers were these 3 brads that have, 2 of them have roses on them. And then this one just has some leaves. And then I have these little jewel flowers. I've had them forever. Let me see if you can see them. I know I got them from QVC way back when, back in the Lisa Burnson days. So I put some of those on there, a few white or cream colored sequins, and a couple of enamel dots. And that pretty much finished my layout. I did put a little swatch of some glittery green washi that I've had forever. And I'm seeing it's not exactly straight, so I'll probably straighten that out. As far as journaling, I think I'm just going to put the date, because I will have another page that I can tell my story on, and this picture is just from that day. So let's see, was there anything else I wanted to say? I know there was, and now I can't remember. Let me pause for a second. I remembered. This collection, what I want to know is if you notice that I used a combination of cream and white. I know a lot of people don't like to, but this collection did involve cream and white, and I used it. I don't have any problem mixing cream and white together like that. So let me know if you noticed that. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.